Hi guys, the name is so ELWLBRO. Whoa, bro. ELWILBROL. Whoa, bro. Thank you for joining us today. Today I have a great personality here, and we're gonna talk about something different. You know, we've started doing some episodes and other stuff, but I told you that on this channel we're gonna talk about business and other stuff. And I have my brother right here, and he's going to share some things with us. I think we're gonna ask him some few things. He's a businessman, you know, we're gonna get to know him, and we have some few questions and some things we're gonna ask him that he's going to talk to us about it, which is going to help us for us to also learn in case you want to start your own business, what he is into, the advice he can advise those people who want to go into those businesses and all that. So this is for you. So guys, stay tuned. As I keep telling you, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. That on ELWLBRO channel, there is a lot of things going on that is educating people, inspiring people, you know, motivating people, and also helping people to make the right decisions and the right choice. So I'm right here in Toronto, Canada, and I'm in Scarborough right now. And we keep going to different places. I'm in Scarborough right now, and I have my brother here. I'm not gonna waste much of your time. Let me go straight to him. Welcome, bro.
Yo, Les.
Ah,
Much love, much
much
love, much
love,
love.
bro. How have
Yeah.
you been?
I mean, great. God is good. No
I know.
complaint.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the greatest thing of life.
Wow.
Just keep holding on and keep
Wow.
your heads up, you know?
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So we want to know you. We know we're gonna talk about your business, but we want
Yeah.
to first know you. What's your name? Where you from? Your background? If you co-sharing with us,
Yeah.
it's what's up.
Well, my name is Nicarna Brown
Mm.
and original from Jamaica,
Okay.
born. Been in Canada since 2004.
Oh wow.
Grow up developing, living with my parent. Father is
Wow.
here.
Wow.
So, and I have two sons.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Nick Arno Jr. and Romel Brown. So,
Wow.
and my wife,
Wow.
family are here, and everyone is doing amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. So Nick is telling us that he's married. So if you're watching the video and maybe you're having a crush on him, he's out of the market. Okay. So we're gonna go straight and talk to you about business and other things.
yeah.
You know, for me, I know some few things that you were into. Yeah, like when it comes to your businesses and all that. So I want to ask you, what do you do?
Well, I'm a very handyman,
Hmm.
multi, because in this culture, we have to learn a little of everything.
Yeah.
So, whatever it possibly take to advance ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
our first love is cooking.
Yeah, I know.
So as a chef,
Mm.
cooking, but my real passion also music.
Yeah.
And through that, I learned from my stepfather growing up of fixing things. So I did a little construction, electrician,
Yeah.
a little of everything, a
Mm.
little mechanic to,
Yeah.
because if your vehicle is down, you need to know how to react to it and how to
Exactly.
get it. So if your house something is broken and you can't get, you need to know how to react to these little things. So I took the knowledge and the understanding to learn
Mm.
how to operate around these things.
Yeah.
So that's my field right now is chefing, construction, and music that I'm into right now.
Wow, that means he's doing a lot of things. You know, he's doing a lot because he's into cooking, as in chefing, and
Yeah.
he's also into construction, and he is also into music. So we're gonna take it from there. I know you are good when it comes to your cooking stuff,
Okay.
because I've been in some few programs with you, and I've seen how the way you prepare your
Yeah.
food and all this stuff,
Yeah.
and it's really encouraging. So we're gonna talk about cooking. You
Yeah.
know, some people they want to start food business. They
Yeah.
want to start cooking and all that. And how long have you been into cooking like this business?
Well, been in cooking for at least 16 years, 16, 17 years.
Wow.
I was birthed into food by Chef Michael Stewart
Mm.
as my head. He teach me the ropes of how to go when we were working
Mm.
back in Holiday Inn at Woodbine and Steel. So that's where it started off when we first met and the passion and the love, because whatever you do, you gotta enjoy whatever you do.
Whatever you do, you got to enjoy it.
Yes,
Mm.
because cooking, it's a form of discipline
Mm.
and creation. So as you go, we create and we prepare ourselves to let the beauty of what you do come out.
Wow.
So that's the nature of cooking. It's your everyday life,
Mm.
and it's the thing that motivates you to say, okay, wow, this is spectacular.
Mm.
You know, and worse, what you consuming in yourself, what you're putting into your body is the help of cooking,
Of
natural
cooking.
eating.
Wow. So, for instance, you spoke about you've been in cooking for the past 16 years,
Yeah.
which means you're a good chef. I know you're a good chef because I remember the last time I was asking you, how did you do it?
Yeah.
And I want us to talk about it because there are some people that want to go into food business. I know some few people that they want to start food business in Canada, or let's say not only in Canada, wherever they are, they want to do it. Like in Africa, in Asia, in the north side and all
Yeah.
that, and Middle East and all those people. We have people there that they want to go into food business.
Yeah.
With we want you to tell us with your 16 years experience with food business as a chef,
Yeah.
your experience, like are there challenges that comes with cooking?
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges
Mm.
because patient and scalability of it don't expect it going and it just jump like that. It take time. Worse, if you try to build a restaurant or a food industrial as moving around by mobile or whatever, it will take time. Maybe people gravitate to it, but the dedication of what you have to put in, maybe 7 days a week, 6 days a week, and continue to build that relationship with your customer, and it has to be the same consistency. Can't change on all over the place. It won't work or connect to you because you may have a taste bud different and someone else will have, and it's like, oh, this is two different tastes. Yesterday I get this and this. So the consistency of being in the food industry, because that represent you,
Okay.
and it speak to others when it represent you, just as
Okay.
at a restaurant.
Yeah.
So that's your signature move of your restaurant or
Yeah.
whatever you do. So that's the challenges, is the dedication that you have to put in. It may take a slow time rising, but as you go, here's come, it's gonna start to climb and more people. And when it's like that, people will travel, come to you wherever you are, because food is joy. Bond, sit down, talking. So we'll get to gravitate to whatever direction they come from. So in that field.
Wow. So cooking comes with a lot of challenges as well. So I want to ask, how much? There are some people that they will say that, oh, I started my business with this amount of money. So I want to ask you, how much did you start with your cooking? Before starting your business, how much did you start with?
But person from me, it started well on a simple budget, at a step by step. I take my level. Maybe other person jumped and go a little bit higher, but step by step to reach where I'm going, and that's what bring me here today. So it's because also family is have a part to do with it. So when you say budget, you need equipment, you need, and you don't have to reach there too. You could have a rent a commercial kitchen, because the proper food handlings, you have to have the proper safety required of an environment, because you've been doing for a larger population of stuff. So you want to have those things secure as first, your food handlings and your safety food work. So we have that. If a food health inspector come, you show that you're legit to work. So those are the first step in the food industry, the licensing and moving on. So those are basic. They don't cost as much to start a basic range.
Okay, so right now, let's say I want to start a food business.
Yeah.
Give us a rough estimate. How much do you think I need to start? Like I need to have to start a food business. Like I want to start from the way you started it, because every business you have to start from small to grow it to become big, right?
Yeah.
So my question is that, like, give me a rough estimate because that's what you were into. So give me a rough estimate. Like how much do you think I need to be able to start a food business? Let's say here in Canada. Like how much do you think I need?
Naturally, I could start with 5,000
Okay, so
from me. Yeah.
$5,000. Okay, for you.
From me.
Yeah.
Because the knowledge of knowing what to do if I get an event to do. I'm already have all the requirements that's
Okay.
there. Renting a facility to use the kitchen and transport, it will all come back in the salary of what I charge the event. So 5,000 to start of me getting establishing and stuff from me is good.
Okay, so for you, 5,000 is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, okay, so like for instance, okay, fine. So for you, 5,000 is good,
Yeah.
which means that I need a lot to start that business. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You maybe need a lot more to go forward of where you stand because you maybe need a facility of your own or trying to do things with transportation or differently of moving yourself. If that's a consistent business you want to consistent to doing, it will cause you more to get proper equipment, proper place like rent or buy to do that
Okay, so
preparation.
it becomes more expensive if you're renting,
Yes.
like, and also buying.
Yeah.
But if you're like you just go into rent it from the person to use it.
Yeah.
Is it allowed like that? Does
Yeah,
something like
because
that goes
many
on it?
places have commercial kitchen, like community centers or so on. They have commercial kitchen where you could properly, um, where cleanliness and equipments are working that you could do to prepare your meal for your event of whatever you want. And they maybe go $60, $70 a day,
Oh, okay,
like
renting the place.
renting
Oh,
that
wow.
for that moment
That's
there
that's
and so
that's cool.
so that you use it, you clean and you go and you move and you transport.
So is it possible for someone to get a place like that and rent it for like 5 months, 6 months? Is that possible? Is it
it's
allowed?
it's with up on the place
Oh,
of
okay.
whatever event because they maybe have somebody else in something in that space or that time, so that's what it is for that.
Okay. You already have customers.
Yes.
So if I want to start a food business and I want to find a way to get customers, like what are the channels? What, like, with you being in the business, what do you think? What should I do to get the customers? Because you know, when you want to do something, you have to think about the people that are coming to buy it
Yeah.
as well. So because you can't just waste money and not get any profit out of it.
Yeah.
So if I want to start a food business, like what are some of the ways or the channels that I should use to be able to get the customers?
Well, as first a base as a Christian, I do a lot of things in my home. The church, where we having a gala banquet, where it's a birthday, it's a celebration, it's a funeral, it's a wedding. So it generated from there and from one church to another church to
Okay.
another church to another event and to another event.
Yeah.
Business cards are always established. Facebook, YouTube, advertising your business. Those are all established things to let your business grow.
Yeah.
But as it said, your work prove itself.
Yeah.
Once you do an event, another they see this and they want another event to do.
Yeah.
It's a birthday party, a wedding, a funeral, a get together, a mother celebration, a father celebration, whatever it is, it's just channel and it will let you grow.
Wow. So like how do you select your recipes? Because I remember what I like the other time. You know, I asked you to teach me how to cook that food. Seriously, like I want to learn it because the way you prepared that food, I know how to cook, but I cannot cook to that standard.
Well, for you, I
Yeah.
maybe could show you some stuff off camera
Yeah.
because, as what they said, the colonel don't give her the secret to so much people because
Okay.
if that, we wouldn't get no business. I wouldn't get
Wow.
no business.
Wow.
If that person have my taste, or they maybe
Mm-hmm.
could figure it out. But once you're a chef
Mm-hmm.
and when you taste something,
Mm.
it it automatically comes to you and say okay, because as growing up celebrity chef, I like listen to Gordon Ramsay even
Yeah.
though because he learned a lot. But Chef Bobby Flay is one of my favorite chefs, and I will always look at his recipes and tweak it in my own way.
Oh.
I will look at things because all spice,
Mm.
and that's where it comes from me that I worked in Moroccan restaurant,
Yeah.
work in Indian restaurant,
Yeah.
French restaurant, or Jamaican restaurant. So I Italian restaurant. So I try to dip in every culture
Yeah.
to know and understand what the taste and what I'm looking for with different spices and stuff. So in that way I could create my own and my footprint and say that's where I'm going. So
Wow.
but
Let me ask you this question. Food business, is it profitable?
very profitable.
Very
But
profitable.
it's just the scalability. It's
Okay.
very profitable because we always consuming.
Mm.
We can never go a day with not eating
Eating, yeah.
or so on. So, and as I said, if you have a birthday, ever event, whatever, you still need food
Food, yeah.
in that involvement.
Yeah.
If you have a friend that need to go sit down, sometimes it just need the bond.
Yeah.
You know, you have that special lady that you want to go out. It's just that quality time.
Yeah.
So you're always going. So restaurant will never out of business unless you backed off and drop your guard on it.
Yeah.
And the quality of the food does it speak. And once you have those quality, it speak itself.
Wow.
Because people will gravitate to it and travel from Brampton to Scarborough
Yeah.
just to come and sit in your restaurant
Yeah.
to have a great meal. So that's what it is.
So, what advice will you give to someone who is about to start food business or someone who has already started a little bit like in a small scale? Like what advice will you give to that person?
The best advice is love what you do.
Love what you do.
When you love what you do, no matter the step you're taking, it will always come together. And you got to put your time and dedication to what you're doing. Because if you don't do that, it's just going to back off.
Okay.
You know, it's just like many people, they said business are fail in Toronto because
Yeah.
there are so much
Yeah.
food business. There's so many people trying to tip in and do a little. So there's so much competition.
Yeah.
But once you stay your ground, you make your food of quality and healthy living, because no to MSG or all these things that to make your system. But once you do that, you will automatically start to grow because people will come to eat because people love to eat.
That's great. So I want to ask. We're gonna go on the your construction side and your music side too.
Yeah.
But I want to ask this: when it comes to food business, I want to start a food business.
Yeah.
What do I need to start a food business? Like, some people, they will tell, before you do this, you have to register, you have to do
Yeah.
this, you have to. Because I think in food business, you have to get insurance for that, right?
You could get insurance to license your move, because if you go in legit and protective way
Yeah.
of what you're doing, the business that you're doing, because anything could happen. We're working with fire, it could burn down or what. So if you could insure your business to make it scalable, that's great on your side. But first, a food ambulance is requiring,
Yeah.
license of the business is requiring, because these way that scalability of that foundation is there.
Okay.
So that's the main, because many people here, they're not really a chef,
Yeah.
but they go and do their food handlings, get their license,
Yeah.
they get the business license, they post it up and they start their business. So that's the primary first step before you could say you're opening up a kitchen or you're doing a food truck or you're doing whatever. So that's the first step. Then you go on to try to build your business and so on.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. So the person have to register the business first
Yeah,
before he goes to the next level as
yeah.
well.
And food handlings, which is a cleanliness, is a torrent, is like the safety of the industry. Without that, it's like you doing an event, an inspector come to look around, they could shut you down and ban you from that. So those are requirements of the food industry.
So, like, are you looking for partners?
Yeah,
So let's say
yeah, to
if
grow.
someone is out there and was like, okay, me too, I love the food business. I want to go into food business and I want to partner with you. Like, what are your takes? Like, can people come in and maybe you share ideas with them, or like they talk to you? Then if you're okay, like,
Yeah, we could talk and share ideas because I started my own catering thing that I do,
yeah,
and that's is nice and Dutchy. To land launching soon, very soon. So that will be my
yeah.
official um, company.
So with the food business, if someone wants to contact, what kinds of what type of dishes are you do? You do? Like what type of food do you do? Jamaican food
Well,
or
I am a Jamaican,
yeah,
so that's definitely my footprint.
yeah.
But working in so many different restaurants, trying to learn so many different culture, I could tip in more Italian,
Okay.
French cooking, you know. So those are the three strong suit of Jamaican, Italian, French.
Wow.
So learning that, learn a little Moroccan, but I do those things for get um, stronger in my spices and different culture and variety of food.
Okay.
So
So if someone want to contact you, like for your food business, maybe he wants you to, he has a birthday party, engagement, or something like that. If someone want it, like, can you, like, can the person contact, or what ways, like, what means can the person contact you?
yeah, I'm on social media.
Okay.
That is I am Nick Carno.
Nikana. Okay.
Yeah, I am Nick Carno Brown. Facebook, Instagram. So those are the two places I have my chefing um, platform. So
And
that's it.
like, is it any contact number for your
Yeah,
food business that you can put it out there so that if somebody wants you for
not a
event or
contact number
something,
yet, but
a business number?
nice and Dutchy is the email
There you
that I'm
go.
sending out. It's NICEDUCTHIE. So nice and Dutchy. That's the platform that I am coming out with.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna give out like a number that somebody can call you. The
As
person
soon as I
wants
get,
you.
because
Okay, I got
my
you.
private
Yeah,
number,
I understand.
I will develop a phone and
Wow.
information for that specific.
Let's talk about your music career because I've listened to some couple of your songs, gospel music,
Yeah.
and it speaks well. So let's talk about that. You're into surfing and also you're into music and construction. What motivated you to go into music? Like because you're a good cook. Why did you stop? Like you didn't stop the cooking though, but
No,
why?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
know.
stop
But
cooking.
why did you decided to go into food music too?
So music, it's been from all my life. I know, singing in church as a kid, school songs, and developing my craft as writing songs. I used to write songs and give them away until a friend of mine said, "No, stop, give them away and sing them yourself." My mom and I used to play church on the veranda in Jamaica. So that bond for music, we always singing at all time. So it's just that where it come from. And then I feel it start to speak to my soul whenever something about my life experience or a family or a close friend, because I love to write things that are real. I don't pick
Yeah.
words. It's come straight from me, my livity, my experience, or a close friend experience. And I find out that when I do it, sometimes I'm just singing and someone say, "Oh my gosh, this is so great." And it encouraged me to say, "You know what? Let me do it." So I moved from Jamaica, come here. I met this other friend in Jordan that he rapped, and we used to do things together, and we record some songs, but then we go our different, because school time, so we leave school and go on until I've been introduced to Cornerstone Record at the time. That is Digital Corner Production now from a friend of Nine. So going there, I connect with a music icon that travel the world and play with different various artists. Someone that I could look up to and learn from. Someone that know music. So teach me how to go in that road, and hearing the songs I wrote, he said, "There's something special here." So as we there and we bond in the studio, and I let my life story come out, because that's how I communicate. That's how I express myself with others, trying to encourage, uplift, build, motivate people. That's where I stand, because I don't sing song to degrade or any disrupt kind of things.
Do you have some song out there that people can go and listen to?
There's few little song was on
Can you give us?
social. There was one song, Cry, and on my social media, I put up.
You have them on
Yeah,
iTunes.
there was some song on iTunes, but took them down June to where I'm moving forward with my music career as the album. Everything I want to be scalability with a foundation. So that's why I said that was good in the beginning, because working on the album with a label now, it's gonna take the whole dedication and proper structure to move forward. So that's when, and a lot of friends out there that want me to do music with them, but because I'm focused on this album right now to move forward, that's where it is.
So when are you releasing the album?
Well, very soon, but it's
But I hope you're
up
gonna
with
give
it.
us updates on it so that we
Sure.
can share with people.
Yeah, very
So
sure.
that people. So before you go, I want us to talk about the construction side. I've heard a lot of people saying there is a lot of money in construction.
Yes, there's because it's one of the things worse in the city of Toronto, that jobs. There are times it gets slow, but when it there, you always move on. And worse, you unionize. So when you unionize, you have someone could speak for you, someone could protect you on these things. And I start to do fully construction in when COVID came, because that time I was working at Marriott St. Regis Hotel as a chef. So because of the whole transition thing in COVID, no one could fly in. I have to do something else. So that's how that direction come up of learning to do multiple things. So that's where that started, and it's been great. You know, it's provide, and it will keep providing, and it's good to learn to do things, to build things, to have
So
these
what do
experiences.
you do in the construction? Like
I'm a restoration, so we do a lot of different things. So like Eaton Center, wherever the concrete, the roads, there the steels are rotten, there are cracks in the foundation of the parking lots. We will go in there and we reinforce all these things. The parking lot is destroyed, we clean, we pave. So it's a various of different things. It's never just one thing. So it's all,
it's a lot.
yeah, so to do, so you don't learn just one thing, you learn a different thing.
So I want to go into construction. Where do I start from?
Well, again, the union.
The union.
School schooling, not many people um, go to school and everything to learn construction. A lot of people been doing it from young as a part-time job, coming up through high school, and they continue on that road. The union, once you get into a union, if the company that working don't hire you directly, you could get into the union. You could pay for your union dues, like they charge, but you gotta have a company to assign you first. The union will take you in, and then you move from there towards a lot of schools doing it. But they still have to find a union and a company to hire you, and then the union. So your union choose Spain, and it connects you to them. So they are your voice.
So I want to ask you this. I know this is a personal question, but I want people that want to go into construction to know,
Yeah.
like how much do they pay? Like those who are into construction, how much do they pay them per hour?
From union vice, we could start at 30 to go up to
Oh,
50, 45, 60. Depends on your experience
oh,
and the standards. Apprenticeship, of like a low experience that's just coming in, not knowing much. They start you at a low rate, 28, 29, 30, and going up. So it's different section because high rise, restoration, um,
so
different.
I was told that the construction field, some people make like $90, $100, and even 130
Yeah,
plus an hour.
those are the supervisors and the higher people like concrete finishers.
Oh, okay.
Those, because the labor of the work of a concrete finisher, they it's very hard.
Okay.
So their wage is up there, and then once they're done, they just done and go home.
Wow.
But like a restoration person, it's not that um, difficult like doing concrete, like paving
Yeah.
or slabbing or because concrete is
So the concrete field is the one that pays a lot, right?
yes, those are the high rise
Okay.
people that do the building foundations and stuff.
Mm.
So those are those guys.
Wow.
Yeah, and you have the tar guys them that do waterproofing, that put the tar in the carb to let no leaks on the building.
Wow.
Those guys have insulation guys. It's different section, but the high rise guys them, those are guys who build the columns and the flooring and all of those things.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. So, guys, we have brother Nick here, and he spoke to us about some few businesses. Do you have businesses, Bible? Maybe
Mm,
personal stuff you don't want to talk about.
yeah,
Yeah,
nah, nah,
I
yeah, to
understand.
suit, suit.
So, if you want to go into food business, as we heard him saying, he said that it's a good business, that you can make a lot of money from it. It all comes with your dedication and also how disciplined you are and
Yes.
where you're going. The way you plan, the way you start. He said with him, he can start this food business with $5,000, and I know that you can also start with even less than that. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, you have to learn about the business. You have to know what to do to be able to start with a little amount of money.
Hmm.
Because I know people that have started business with like
Yeah.
$2,000, and the business is really doing well and
Yeah,
it's
very
proving
well.
that they are making a lot of money. So,
Yeah.
guys, you can also go into food business and also construction and everything, as he said. Okay. It's a privilege to have him here because I wanted to ask him a lot of questions, but because of our time, so I think we're gonna bring him on the on this show sometimes when anytime I hear him going out for events and all that, I will go and just take a little shots of some of the recipes and some of the things that he's been putting together so that if you love what you see, you can contact him for your birthday parties, your weddings, your engagements, your funerals, your church events, and all that. So, thank you so much for joining us. As I keep saying, subscribe to this YouTube channel. The name is ELWILDBROL Woobro. We're gonna see you in the next interview. Nick, thank you so much for
Much
having
love,
you.
brother.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. It's a blessing
All
to
the
have
time.
you. You were supposed to be somewhere, but thank you
Yeah.
so much. I really appreciate,
All
bro.
the time.
I appreciate. So. So thank you. Next time we're gonna talk more. Thank
Anytime,
you. Thank
anytime,
you.
man.
All right, bro. Guys, see you. Stay blessed.